to The Herd, everyone. I'm Mariah Stevens. Now, jumping right in, we have Alyssa and Morgan, and The Bachelor ended, so we are going to kind of do a little bit of recap with these two. So the winner was Nikki Farrell. How do you guys...
Called that one, guys.
It?
Just saying. I mean, I figured she would win just because, like, I liked her a little bit. I don't know, and I just thought...
Only a little bit.
What was the other one?
Renee?
No. Claire.
The other one, Claire. Didn't like her at all. Didn't like her. I didn't think she was going to win, so I don't know.
Okay.
And, yeah it was very controversial.
I thought she was going to win solely just because she had sex with one couple. And he's very shallow, so why not?
Yeah.
But they do something called after the final rose. So then they come back and they talk to the winner, they talk to the loser, and then they like have this awkward moment where there's like, loser, here's the guy who dumped you. Let's chat about it.
Yeah.
And apparently Juan Pablo said some really offensive things to Claire afterwards, and it's kind of like, I enjoyed sleeping with you, but that was it. And she almost like left him before the final night. She almost broke up with him, so that was pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Now he's with Nikki, and he hasn't said I love you.
And he hasn't proposed to her either.
No.
I read he is taking her on as his girlfriend, but that's the extent of it.
Yeah.
He likes her, and he said that. I like you. That's all he's said.
Well, and I read a quote by her, and she said before the final rose, she's like, I want to leave tonight engaged, and I think I will. And so that's kind of, I mean, I personally didn't watch it. You guys know I'm not the biggest Bachelorette fan, but I don't know how that would feel, because even the couples that break up, they get proposed to at the end.
Got a nice ring, like a
Yeah.
She got
ring.
nothing. Like, he was like, will you take this rose?
Yeah, he said,
I'd be like,
I like you. Like, he didn't say, I really like you. It's just like, I like you, and I want to keep dating you. And then...
It's like the weirdest Bachelor.
Like, I like you, Nikki.
I like you, Nikki. All right, so she didn't luck out too much, but we have the Bachelorette for 2014, and that is Andy Dorfman. Yep. Just because of the controversy around her, like, leaving and, you know, disliking him, whatever, her honesty, I guess, makes me kind of want to watch it. And we can see her picture for the Bachelorette. She looks banging.
Oh, stunning.
So I don't know, kind of excited. How do you guys feel about her being the Bachelorette?
I love her. I think it's going to be great. And I think it's going to be a little, the season might be a little unique because she is so honest, and she is going to be looking for, you know, beyond surface level conversations. She's going to actually want to get to know these people and develop a relationship with them. So I can see her really kind of just changing the face of the superficial, like, oh, what's your favorite color? Pink, mine too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she's very like intelligent. Like you said, I feel like their conversations are gonna go a lot deeper, and she's actually in it to find love, because she mentioned so many times on the show, she's like, I'm so ready like for love and whatnot. So I feel like she's in it to win it.
That'll be really cool. So talking more about TV, Dancing with the Stars just started. I know Alyssa's a pretty big fan. So just a rundown of some of the stars. You know, a lot of times I feel like a number of the stars, people maybe in our generation don't recognize them or identify with them. But some of the older stars that we could all recognize, we have Candace Cameron, and she was DJ from Full House. We have Nene Leakes, and she was a Real House of Atlanta. And if you watch Glee at all, she guest starred as the swim coach for a number of episodes. And then Drew Carey, who's on Is It Anyway, The Drew Carey Show. So those are the three older ones. And then we have Cody Simpson, who is an Australian singer. He got started on YouTube. He was one of those, like Justin Bieber, put my video out, whatever. And then Meryl Davis and Charlie White. And so these two are competitive ice dancers with each other, like they're a pair. And so, I don't know, that'll be kind of interesting to see how they perform. I know you watched the start, Alyssa.
Yeah, the first night's always kind of fun because that's the night where like people are excited, but the judges are also kind of harsh. But this year I think they were trying to like soften up to try to maybe make it more of like a pleasant show to watch. There's not as much like people getting upset, but there was one guy who was like a younger guy. All he did was like run around the stage in a circle and like picked someone up a few times, and they're like, "Oh, that was a perfect performance. You nailed it. You were so beautiful." And then Billy D, he was a character in Star Wars for a long time. So I don't watch Star Wars, but apparently, like, he's got a pretty big fan base.
Yeah.
And they, like, tore him apart, and they're like, you know, we need to see more from you. We need to be bigger. This guy is closer to 100 than he is to 50.
Yeah.
So, like, and he's had 2 hip replacements. So
Oh,
the
wow.
judges I'm not a fan of,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
they didn't score Meryl as high as she should have been, so
think
I
so?
also had an issue with that.
Well, I wonder too, like, so, I mean, obviously ice dancing is not the same as
No.
floor dancing. So I almost feel like, some people could say, oh, they have an advantage, because they're ice dancers, but that's what they're used to. And being on blades versus being on flat feet,
That's
I
different.
feel like they might not even
Yeah.
perform as well as I guess people would expect.
Yeah.
Gliding versus, like, stepping and having to do
Yes.
that footwork will be a lot different for them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially with like the ankle stuff too, because when you skate, the goal is to have you want your ankle to be in a stiffer position. You don't want too much flexibility there, and so to have I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see them, and the fact that they're against each other. I mean,
That's weird.
Like if they were gonna take Olympic ice dancers, they had to take the pair. Like they
The
couldn't.
best pair in the
so
world.
that's the thing. So
I think they might kind of walk away with this and be like, hey, remember that one time that I flipped that girl over my head? Let's try that on ice.
yeah,
You know?
that would be kind of cool.
Guys, I'm gonna be real. I don't like this show at all. I think it's awful. Like
Really?
you've heard it, Dancing with the D-listers. It's just like washed
yeah.
out stars
Yep.
that aren't good. Like it's awful. I
Dancing
hate
with the
it.
D-listers, I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
No.
They're all
true.
They're all just like washed out. Like I
Except
was saying
Meryl and
earlier,
Charlie.
Cody Simpson, like
Yeah, I don't know
that's
who
a joke.
he is.
Like
Yeah.
what? No, I don't like the show.
So you are
I'm
not
not
a fan.
watching. No.
So there's
At
no
all.
like, would there be? I mean, if like Channing Tatum or like, is there any
Okay,
star that would?
see that's different. That's like Dancing with like the A-listers. This is straight
Yeah.
up D. Like these guys are
It's,
not.
like, way at the bottom.
No, these guys aren't cool. I don't
Okay,
like them.
well we don't have to check in with you with Dancing with the Stars. We are actually going to head into a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to bring on Jordan and we're going to talk about some star celebrity couples. See you soon.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your 2 favorite colors, green and gold.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Deeks Pizza. Prices with the student in mind. Fast delivery and conveniently open until 3 a.m. Order by phone at 701-235-0708. Order online at deekspizza.com or order with Deeks' easy-to-use mobile app. NDSU. Make Deeks your choice for pizza this semester. That's Deeks. Great pizza that won't empty your pockets.
Hey, I'm Mariah, and I'm at Bus because not only does it save me money, but with 20 different routes, it makes getting around Fargo much more convenient. I'm at Bus. Do you? Welcome back. I have Alyssa still here with me, and then we brought on Jordan, and we're going to talk about some different celebrity couple news. So the first one we have, now this isn't too recent that Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are engaged, but the exciting news is they are expecting their first child. And I have to say, I think that child is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Like,
Yes.
kind of like with Orlando Bloom and Miranda Kerr, they're both really attractive, and then their son is beautiful. So I really think the two of them, they're just gonna produce such an attractive child.
Oh God, yeah. Did you know that Mila? Did we ever talk about this? That Mila Kunis' first kiss was Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it here, But that, yes,
That is just
on
so
that
cute.
70s show. And the thing is, too, I don't know if you guys knew this, but when she lied about her age when she first did.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'll be 16 in like a couple months, and she was really only 14. And so she's 14 and kissing this 20-year-old, which
Is
is
that big of a difference?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
6 years
I thought he was
apart.
only like
6 years
17.
is not that. Like,
It's not. But but it's just, and I think too, I don't know. Everyone was kind of upset, when he cheated on Demi Moore.
I
yes.
would. She's like,
Who did she cheat on?
I don't know who he cheated on, but they were married for a while. Honestly,
Wasn't it with Mila Kunis?
Was it with Mila Kunis?
I don't
Or did
think
I
so.
thought I didn't think he cheated. I thought he just broke up. Like he and Demi were having some problems, and then he was like, "But I really love this girl instead of you." So
I just think everything works out the way it needs to. Like, first of all, she was really old. She's old. Like, and having children, my mom would always say that. She's like, Ashton's not gonna be able to have kids, or like, she probably can't have any kids at this point. And I don't know. It's kind of like comes full circle,
How old are they now then? Because Mila's probably like 26 maybe?
so then he would be
I think
like
he's
32.
30s. Yeah.
That's like perfect age,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, and the thing is, it's like anyone who's a fan of that 70s show, it's like their dream come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys have heard the term like OTP, or like one true pairing, and it's like in shows or like in movies and stuff when there's like the two people that are just they're the number one, like they have to be together. And so I know like a number of articles have said like, people's OTP has come true.
Well, it's kind of hard to think, like, because whenever I watch movies or TV shows, I'm like, how do they not fall in love? They act like they're so in love on the show, and then, like, in one, I'm not going to get into one trio, but on that 70s show, though, but, like, Eric and Donna and, like, Mila and Ashton, they were together for how many seasons? And, like, how do you not fall in love with someone? Because you're kissing, you're, like, acting romantic.
Right.
So I think it's perfect.
So totally. And so speaking of falling in love with somebody that you've known forever, so kind of going back to The Bachelor, Renee Oteri, so she usage made to the Final Four. She is now married to her best friend.
They've known each other since they were 12 years old.
Yes, and so
That's
she
cute.
so we have some pictures from her Instagram, and so on the wedding picture she said, "Married my best friend for 22 years," and just, that's just so happy. I don't know, like.
But then it kind of makes you wonder, why'd you go on The Bachelor and all of a sudden find him? Like,
Well, and you
what was
always
going
hear
on?
those stories of the girls on The Bachelor who like they had left a boyfriend back home and they're like, I don't know if he's the one, so I just want to see, and that's why they go on the show.
That's so
So I wonder
stupid.
if maybe.
I don't think she would have done that because she has a kid. She has like an 8-year-old son. So to
True.
kind of
Oh,
like
she does?
Yeah, so to kind of like put him through that, and on the show Juan Pablo like wouldn't kiss her because he didn't want her son to see that and be like, I want him to think he knows what kissing is, so I want her to. Juan Pablo's an idiot, but
I hate
so
him.
then he goes and he meets the family, like he meets her parents, he meets her son, and then before he like left, he dumped her. And then I think kind of going through that, some of the stuff they like realized what's standing right in front of them.
Yeah.
Or kind of like
Do you know who the dad is to her son?
It's not him.
Not him.
The husband is Bracy Maynard, and it's not him though.
Okay.
yeah. Someone else is the dad.
A person. He exists.
Another male.
Yeah.
I think these two are adorable together.
They're so
Yeah.
cute.
That's just a happy story. When
It really is.
Then you think of like the best friends you're with. I'm like, I would definitely never.
I know,
marry
right?
that. But I'm very happy for this best friend duo.
Right,
That's great.
exactly. So now those were some kisses. Now moving on to kind of the disses portion. Jason Aldean, country singer. His one song, She's Country, that's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people tend to know.
How does it go?
She's country, from her cowboy boots
Oh,
to
yeah.
her down-home roots. Yeah, you know it. See, once you hear the chorus, it took me a minute to get into that. That's one of
fantastic
You're making
singer.
some nice notes.
that was his, I looked up, his top 10 songs, and that was number 2. So he was married to his wife, Jessica, 12 years, super het, whatever. In 2012, he was found making out with this girl outside of a bar, and it was her name is
Classy.
Brittany. So, oh my gosh,
Brittany.
it's just embarrassing.
Brittany.
I just her name was Brittany, and I was like, okay.
And she's a cheerleader for like the Bobcats or something.
Yeah, some random NBA team. I've never heard of the Charlotte Bobcats.
I don't think it's not an NBA. You heard of it on One Tree Hill. It's not like an NBA team. It's like a C league, so professional, but like it's like the Fargo Force kind of.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only
Oh no,
Bobcats
the
I've
Red
heard of
Hawks.
is
The Red
One
Hawks
Tree
is a
Hill.
better reference. It's like the Red Hawks.
Okay, so so
Like
that makes
D-
sense. So
D-League.
she did that. She was an American Idol contestant. When all of this went down, she like deleted her Twitter and
How
she
far
was
did
like,
she get American Idol?
Probably, maybe
not far enough to matter.
Okay, I was like, I've never
she was
like
just
the
a
very
contestant.
first episode where they like show everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
and they
you're
would
hot,
say,
we'll let you pass.
you know, if she were top 12 or top 8, they would have said that. But every article was just like, she was a contestant.
Yeah.
And
She stood in line and then got rejected.
And there
She
she
didn't even
was.
try out. She just listed on her resume.
she just wrote it down. But the fact that, like, you're married to your wife for 12 years, you make out with this girl, both of them were drunk, and that's what they both said, you know, oh, it was a
hate
drunk
hearing about
mistake.
that.
And then now, so they're getting a divorce, and he's dating this girl now. And I just,
Wait, they're dating?
yeah.
Well, she's a Charlotte Bobcats cheerleader. I
How
mean,
old is
what
she?
doesn't stand?
Not gonna lie, she looked kind of old.
But he's
which
like
is really sad.
40 something.
See, that's the thing. I feel like there's at least 15-year difference.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why do you throw away? I mean, I'm sure people have done this with longer marriages and they've thrown, but like, it's not even like there was anything there. I mean, they were literally drunk and they made out at a bar.
I would be furious if I was his wife. I was like, you're leaving me after 12 years for a little whore.
And on that note, we're going to head into a commercial break. When we come back, though, we are going to take a look at some very interesting concert performances that we've seen lately. See you in a minute.
Jitters is the NDSU Campus Communities Coffee Hub. Conveniently located right next to campus, Jitters Coffee has a wide range of amenities, including comfortable seating, Wi-Fi, and an assortment of beverages. Jitters is here to meet your needs, whether you're looking to relax and socialize or study in a rich, active environment. Be sure to make your way over for your morning brew, a bite at lunch, or for a break between classes. Get your fix only at Jitters.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
The future is constantly unfolding. No one knows better than those preparing for it. Every week, NDSU's student-run television organization, the Bison Information Network, brings you SUTV News, with news about NDSU, the campus community, and current events affecting you. Watch SUTV News on Cable 1, Channel 14, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m.
Welcome back. So I have Morgan back with me and then Jordan still, and we're going to talk about some of the crazy things that celebrities have done lately, starting off with Lady Gaga. So her most recent performance at South by Southwest, she did the Vomit show. That's kind of what it is known as people are knowing it for. So premise, basically, anyone who saw it, girl just walks up onto stage, vomits green onto her. Later on, they both mounted a mechanical bull where this girl vomited black liquid. A little research shows that it was dyed milk, and this is something that this girl does. Her name's Millie Brown, and she drinks dyed milk and vomits it. And that's
Yes.
her life. She's an artist.
How does she
I
vomit,
believe,
though?
yeah.
Like,
The term is a vomit artist.
Yep.
I mean, that's quite the art
does she make
form.
herself puke? Like, is
She-
that
yes.
unhealthy?
See, I don't get that. I don't get how you can just puke.
She won't eat for like
Ah.
at
So
least
she
3 days
considered like
before.
bulimic then?
See, and that's the thing that's been kind of,
Yeah.
Demi Lovato's called her, Lady Gaga out on it, like, you're encouraging eating disorders. And Lady Gaga stands behind it. She's like, this is art. I will quit the industry before I have to change who I am to, this was a CNN article. Like, you know it's a big deal
Yep.
if it gets to CNN. She's like, I will quit before I have to change what I love. And she's like, and they've done this since 2009. There's a video, they did a project together. I
would puke if I saw that.
Seriously.
And then everyone else would start puking, and then it'd be
exactly. Gaga like strongly defended that it wasn't like a form of bulimia or anything. She's like, no, this is an art form, which her idea of an art form is just kind of weird. And we've talked about how weird this woman is. Like, she's a weirdo, but I don't know. That's disgusting.
It's gross. And
so gross.
Like, this girl will not eat for days on end before she vomits because she's like, I don't really think that food would add to the artistic content. And I'm like, if you're not eating for 3 straight days and all you're doing is like swallowing, and then she said that she gets migraines because to create a canvas, you know.
Stomach acid must just be eating her apart in there.
And she said she spends a lot of hours on the toilet because a lot of the milk does not, and now she has a milk phobia, so she uses the soy milk instead. Like, I just feel like, it doesn't get better. Like, it just gets worse with each little thing you discover. It's just like, how do you, and what makes you wake up one day and say, all right, I'm gonna swallow some, I'm gonna dye this milk and I'm gonna spit it out. No, I'm gonna vomit. Like, why can't you just like swish it around? Put it in a spray bottle. Like, what is it about the regurgitation?
Like, I can't imagine having been at this concert. Can you, like, you go to a concert and you're like, yeah, Lady Gaga's pretty weird, but like, the girl throws up on her? Like,
was the audience like aware this was gonna happen?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's around in the black stuff. Yep.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
That's gross.
Like,
they do still realize that's coming from her inside,
like,
right?
Seriously. And you think, you know, if you have the flu or, you know, you have stomach, whatever, and you have to throw up, like, that's the worst feeling.
Yeah, it's an
because you can't control it. So why would you,
Does she have to like stick her fingers down her throat?
Yep.
That's what I wondered.
That's
How does someone do that?
Like,
if you saw the video, she like was holding her hair back and she was just like, and it looked so painful. Like, she didn't have enough to come out because, it's milk. It was probably starting to process.
Wrong.
Is she like this big?
She's a pretty tiny girl. Moving on from vomit, something a little bit less nasty, spitting. Miley Cyrus spitting water on her Bangers tour on her audience members.
Honestly, I think I would kind of like that.
Yeah, this one's a little less like odd.
So you'd be one of those.
Yeah, like I'm never watching that.
So Jordan's a Miley fan. I just like, what? Really, it's just why. I feel like I ask that.
Whenever it comes to Miley now, you're like, why?
No words.
Why do you do this?
Why?
Why do you do that? Why do you hump a car on for your tour? Like,
just the number of things or the cat suit, and then like the thing with the diamonds.
It's just attention. She wants so much attention.
Really
like, I'm gonna spit on my fans.
And I almost feel like it's something that you don't plan. Like, she's like, oh, I'm thirsty, and she brought the water. She's like, you're right here. Like, let's
on you.
Go. Okay, so these two, they're a little off the deep end, but somebody has finally climbed out of the pool and she's sitting on the side.
Claps. Claps.
So we've already talked about her a little bit. You know, she's finally getting better. She just finished her first quarter at Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. They have a showcase at the beginning of each year. It's called the Debut Runway Show. She went with her parents. And so, you can see she looks so good.
She does.
Also, she tweeted a sketch self-portrait, so that's cute. But she looks healthy. And, like, the different pictures she tweeted, she's, like, some with her mom and, like, with her favorite teacher. And it's just...
It's kind of creepy, though. Like, she was perfect, and then... terrible, and then also she's perfect again.
See, that's why, remember we talked about how she's on meds now?
Yeah.
I seriously think that like made a huge difference.
She could be I think she's bipolar.
Oh, well, yeah. She's got
and they say that schizophrenic and like there's a number of things.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, I don't know, it's so nice to see that she's actually
pretty and
she is.
I'm
she's
happy
healthy.
for her.
She looks happy. So next, Lindsay Lohan. I'm gunning for her. She's got the show on Oprah's network. She's slowly.
Yeah, what's her show about? I heard about
that.
It's about her life. It's just reality, not reality. But it's just like a docu-series. It's just like about her life.
Gotcha.
And so it shows her, I guess, like she and her dad have been trying to rekindle their relationship, and she's like not accepting his apologies. She's like, you have done me wrong. Like, you're the worst dad. This and this. But I think it's following her life, and I think it's her publicizing every minute of her life is supposed to be some sort of like therapeutic. You know, when everyone can see everything you're doing, you kind of have to act a certain way.
They say that though. Like if you tweet certain things or like weight loss stuff, like if you're tweeting that you're wanting to lose weight, then you like do a better job
because you have other people holding you accountable.
Yeah,
exactly. So it'll be hopefully within this next week we can hear some good stuff about. Hopefully by the end of this semester we can hear something good about Lindsay, so we can report good things about her. So that is actually our show for today. I want to thank you guys for being with me and us as well. Now, if you would like to win 2 Fargo Force tickets, we actually have 2 sets to give away, so there are going to be 2 winners. So tweet us your favorite celebrity couple. So that is one way to win the tickets. Or you can tweet who is your favorite crazy celebrity? We've talked about a couple. There are a number of them out there. Tweet us your favorite crazy celebrity and why. And next week, we'll address who had the best answer and we'll give away the tickets. Thank you so much for being with us, and we will see you next week. Have a great week.